Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. John Oda, and welcome to Connecting with Your Team. Guys, we're back again. So, school has started in California. Probably started all over by now. It is September. But before we start the show, let me give you my gifts for you guys, because it's been such a long time. And I give you these gifts so you guys can get ready for the show so we can take some action. Fair enough? Beautiful. My first gift is have fun. When I say have fun, what does that mean to you guys? Well, for me, fun is working out, man, speaking, talking, interaction. I'm out going, talking to strangers and my driving cars. Fun to me is being around family and friends, especially the ones I like, right? But that's fun. What's fun to you? Okay, somebody's telling me, oh, I hear you guys skating, yes. Right? Aerobics, right? Zumba. Yes, I like Zumba class as well, right? So, for the next 10 to maybe 20 minutes, I want you guys to have fun. Can we have fun? No. When I have fun also, I sing, I crack jokes. I even have a little potty mouth. But today, guys, I want to have fun. Yes or yes? Okay, I heard somebody. Beautiful. My second gift is to have an open mind. When I say have an open mind, what does that mean to you? So here it goes. About 3 decades ago, I'm telling my age right now, I went to see this guy is called the Great Anthony Robbins. If you haven't heard of him, look him up, right? Anthony said something that was profound knowledge. What he said was, we live in a box, we work in a box, we talk in a box, we even watch a box. My outcome today is take it outside your box so you can work with your team, your pre-team, in a successful way. So can you guys have an open mind, yes or yes? I heard you. Beautiful. Third gift is do it now. When you hear something and you like it, do it now. Write it down and do it. Here's the biggest thing about it. What most people don't do. They hear something and I do it one day. And guess what happened? One day never freaking comes. So my outcome for you guys is to do it right now. And my one rule is no excuse management, meaning you don't want to hear no excuses from your kids or your employees. I don't hear no excuses from you. Only focus on results. Here is my solution. Here's my focus of that. I focus 95% on the solution, 5% on the problem, but I switch problem into a challenge. If you have that philosophy in life, when challenges take place with your teens or pre-teens or with anybody, you focus strictly on the solution. Once you do that, your life will never be the same. And last but not least, allow me to be a coach and your mentor. What's a coach? What's a mentor? All right, so here it goes. A coach is, I can coach you being a better parent, give you more enhanced skills, on great personality, gaining a rapport with the owner. I can coach you on this. A mentor has been there and done that. Let me tell you a little bit about my story right now, right? So I grew up in Michigan City, Indiana. That's 45 miles west of Chicago, right? And growing up, I'm number 8 of 10. So I have, was it 6 sisters and 3 brothers, right? Amazing parents. But growing up, I had a severe stuttering problem. I was trying to figure out I think it happened around kindergarten, if I'm not mistaken, right? And my God, it was hard for me to communicate, and it was terrible. So one time I was like, I went to a school called St. Mary's, right? So when I went to the school, we had this nun, and she was a little bit mean, extremely mean, right? When you drop a pencil, she hit your hand. I mean, if you went to a private school back in the day, you know how that works, right? So remember, one Pacific time, she says, John, I want to see, I want to talk to your mom. Now, I'm number 8, so Mama talked to her like 7 times already, right? So it's no big deal. So I told Mom, I said, Mama, so Sister Oda found she wanted to talk to you. And Mom said, all right. And Mom worked, and my mother was RN at midnight shifts, right? So the next couple of days, she came by there. She came by the school, right? And I was playing with some crazy toys. I remember that. And I looked and I said, Mom, should I leave? She says, no, you can stay. And I'm like, yeah, cool. Now, at my house, right, grown folks and kids are not around each other, right? But, she said it's okay. So she is the nun. So, of course I stayed. And then she says, Mrs. Oda, John's a nice kid. He's really likable. And of course, I'm smiling about that part. But then she says, you know what though? I believe that he's retarded and he needs to go to the school down the street. That was Garfield. And I don't believe he'll even graduate 8th grade. What the freak, 8th grade? Really? Not high school, but 8th grade? And we think that he should leave. And my mom, the strong black woman that she is, man, she says if John leave, they all leave. Now, we had people on the grade school and high school, right? And, that was money away from the school. And, of course, they said, no, Mrs. Oda, calm down. John can stay. And I'm like, oh, yes, my mama is bad. Yes, victory, right? Well, it wasn't victory, per se. I had stipulations. I had to go to speech therapy 3 times a week. Mr. Anderson. I had to do, when I went there, he said, John, when you introduce yourself, because I stutter as well, say, hi, my name is Mr. Anderson, I stutter. And I'm like, man, I'm embarrassed of stuttering. Why the hell would I say that? Why would you want me to say that? And then he said, when you say the word like, just say method, and you feel like you're going to stutter, say method. And I'm like, man, if I speak like that, I'll act like I am retarded, bro, really? So I went to him about 3 or 4 years, right? And he did his best for what he had. Don't get me wrong. So I'm not trying to dog the guy out because, he did his best for the tools that he had. So the following year, of course, I was back in 1st grade. And I'm like, well, why am I back in 1st grade? No one could ever tell me why I'm back in 1st grade. But I wasn't back in 1st grade. And they'll call me, oh, duh, you're so stupid. And I'll be honest with you, I thought I was cursed. I thought God just cursed me because I stuttered. And none of my friends stuttered, right? And then I realized, man, who knows, man, this could be a superpower, or it could be one of my powers. And now I'm thinking back now, like I said, it could be one of my superpowers because my mom said something that I never forget. She says, son, your father stuttered, your grandfather stuttered, and they overcame it, and so can you. I must say, okay, then I can do that. And I just was sticking to those words like there was nothing. And I was going to priest because I thought I had the devil in me or something, right? And I was trying to say, man, you do exorcism on me, whatever, because I'm like, what's the spirit that I had? So I can relate to your preteen to teens. I've been through low self-esteem. I had suicidal thoughts. I had anger. I had all that stuff already as a kid, right? I had it all. Low test scores. Literally everything I had, right? But what I did was, by the grace of God and by my parents, I overcame a lot of stuff. I worked on John. And I worked on John so much as I got inside the mental health field to actually study people like that and to help people out. That is my passion. I love what I do. Now I'm, doing this field since 87, 35 years now. Man, I can do rapid results. I remember one time one of my friends, he said that his grandson started, it was taking speech class for like 2-3 years. He said, well, can you talk to him? I said, yeah. As a matter of fact, forget to talk to him. I said, man, I'm going to get him better. And I said, give me about 2-3 minutes. Showed him one technique, and the guy's he speaks about 90% better. Why? Because I understand the brain. I studied literally motivational interview, cognitive therapy, all the neurosciences. I've literally done everything. I transform every part of my body from my confidence level to everything else. No. Do it rain on my parade? Absolutely. So I understand the preteens and teens. Even in today's society, I understand that because I've been there and done that. I've mastered completely messing up. I mastered people telling me I would never graduate 8th grade, and only by the grace of God, man, I got my PhD. 35 years in this field that I am literally one of the sought-out specialists in this field. I'm not saying this to brag about myself. I worked with over 100,000 kids. Most of the kids was single-parent families, and they're pretty much in the inner city. 90% of my kids, they graduated college. Either grad school, trade school, whatever, right? They graduated. Because I focus on, first and foremost, healing them on mental blocks and whatever, and I took it to the next level of where they're at right now. Back in '06, I wrote a book called Connecting with Your Teen. That's why the show's called that. And the book spells out literally every aspect of how to actually take your child to that next level. So that right there is my story. And this is why I have such a passion for doing this. So now let's hit the show. The show is School is Back. So parents, I'm so sorry, forgive me. Anybody listening day, evening, night, whatever, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to listen to my show. This show will be regular, guys. I will start back doing more taping and my thinking and everything else, right? But so I thank you so much for spending your time with me and hearing my story. So maybe some of my stories can help you out with your kids as well. Beautiful. So, school's back. So here's what I'm thinking about. What's going on in school? Now, did your teen or preteen, have they been working on some of the issues that they had in the summertime? Like, if it's like schoolwork, or if it's like confidence, if it's self-esteem. What is going on with your teen? Right? Or better yet, though, what choices is your teen or preteen making? What strategies are you putting in place right now at home to make sure that your teen will succeed? So here's the biggest challenge that I see with a lot of parents, right? There's a couple things, right? The first thing that I see with a lot of parents is that they want to be their teen or preteen friend. That's your buddy right now. So let's go backwards. As a parent, your outcome and your goal is not to be their friend, is to be friendly to them. That's it. Because if you're their friend, you're going to listen to their story and they're not going to get better. If you're friendly, you're going to discipline them. Give them consequences, however that you guys discipline your kid in a therapeutic way. So that's one thing that I see about parents a lot. The second thing that I see about parents is they don't take time to work on some of their kids or preteens and teens issues. Like if it's school problems, are you hiring a tutor? Are you focusing on how they can remember more? Do they have a game plan when they come home from school? Or else are they just going outside in the streets or playing video games all day? What are some of your game plans that you have with your teen or preteen? And think about this now. Let's go backwards. This is really good. I like this one. If you own a business, right, or even work for a business, right, in your business, everything is systemized. Am I right? Especially the successful ones, like the Starbucks and the McDonald's, the Fortune 500 companies, the ones who's trying to scale their business to go up, right? In your household, everything should be systemized. If everything is systemized inside your business, inside your family, everything's going to be better. What I see with parents is they got a mama and they got a dad, right? Or they step parents or whatever, right? What takes place is, just say the mom is very strict and to the point, get stuff done. Then you have the husband, he want to be the buddy. He want to be the friend. So what takes place, the kid go to mom. Mom, can I go to the mall? Mom said, no, you're going to stay home and do your homework. An hour later, they talk to dad. Dad, can you go? Yeah, go ahead, buddy. That's fine. So right there, you're going to split your... One parent's going to say one thing, and you're going to say something else, and the kid win. Stop. Here's how I was raised. Dad and mom said, if you go to me or mom, and if they say no, you don't go to anybody else. If not, back in the day, I'm going to beat your butt. Today, you give them consequences, give them essays, give them what's going on, right? Or the better question I have is, who's ruling the house? Let's go backwards, right? So there's, imagine 1, 3, and 6 on the clock, right? Now, if a house is functioning well, number 1 should be the leader. That should be the parents. Number 3 should be the friend. And number 6 should be the joker, right? But in most houses that I've really actually coached and talked to some of the parents and teens, the teens were the leaders. They had the temper tantrum. They didn't care about what's going on. They cussed out their parents. They didn't care about school. And guess what? The parents was walking on eggshells. Am I going crazy or something? So now the teens is the leaders. The parents are the friends or else the joker, right? It's a joke to these kids, right? Now think about this. In your family, right? What are you? Are you the leader, their friend, or the joker? Now, if you're of the leader, congratulations. Bravo. If you're the friend, we got some work. If you're the joker, we got some real work. But here's the cool thing about it. We can still make you become the leader. Now, it's going to take some hard work. It'll take some challenges. In most families that I see, the parents or the step-parents, whatever, are not the leader. They're the friend or else the joker. Which is not a nice place to be, especially in your own household. Right? So, is your teens making the right choices? So, here's a question that I have for you. All the friends that they're having, as a parent, are you meeting their friends? Not just their friends, but their families, but their mom and dad. Right? You can ask me, why do I say this? Very good question. Environment is everything. Write this down. Now, imagine this. You take an acorn. You plant it. What comes up? All the time. If you say oak tree, you're absolutely right. Now, you take your teen or else your preteen, and you don't meet their mom, dad, step-parents, whatever, right? And now they teach your kids bad habits, like they'd be cussing or doing drugs or whatever, right? Or else, they can. I remember I had one case, state of Oregon, that the mom was their friend, right? And her kid came by and she had a party, and she wanted to stay with the kid, right? And what took place, they got high, they got drunk. The mom fell asleep and she woke up with her daughter boyfriend in her bed, and they did some inappropriate things. But her goal was she wanted to be her kid friend and be cool. There's something wrong with trying to be your kid friend. Again, the outcome is to be friendly, not to friends. So, in your life, are you meeting the parents, the step-parents? Because whatever environment your kids are around, and sometimes these kids, so as soon as they come on in, it's not the parents. The environment is teaching them the wrong things because the parents are not doing their homework. What environment are you? Is your preteen and teen around? I'm not sure. The last thing that I hit on, their cell phones. Most of your teens got cell phones, am I correct? Okay. Are you checking their apps or where they're going? Are you checking where they're going on the websites, right? Again, though, my biggest thing about it is all about environment. Whatever environment that you're at, you're going to grow. Give you another example, right? So you can be around question, when you have flies and bugs, what's around that? Garbage. Am I right? But if you take that same thing and clean it up with ammonia and all that stuff and bleach and everything else, is there flies and stuff around it? Probably not. All right? Or when you see magnets and stuff like that, what's that? It's something that's dead. But that's the environment. What environment are you setting for your kids? Now, you could have a great household. Are you meeting the parents, the step-parents, whatever, inside the family? Are you having them by the house so you can see how they act? Because here it goes, the way they act, they're going to act around your kids. So if they swear and cuss and drink and smoke weed, guess what? They're going to do this around your kids too. So here it goes. School is back. What behaviors are your kids displaying right now? Are they confident? Do they have low self-esteem? Do they have suicidal thoughts? Right? What's going on? Bad in homework, right? They don't care about doing their homework. So here it goes. I come from a huge family. I come from a family, I have 122 nieces and nephews, right? One of my nephews, smart as heck, probably perfect score on SAT scores, or close to perfect, right? Smart as a big dog, right? But for homework, he never hands in his homework. And I told him, I said, man, if you don't hand in your homework, man, you're not gonna pass. And of course, he takes the test, he aced him, because it's easy for him, right? So, but I told my brother, I said, man, you gotta step up on this one, right? But everyone do things completely different, which is fine, right? But what I'm telling you right now is, how is your environment? Your environment at home is going to dictate your preteens and teens' life. And if they have a problem with whatever they have a problem with right now, your outcome is to fix that problem before they move forward. Because you don't want to have that problem manifest in something crazy. Remember, 95% on the solution, 5% on the problem. Does this make sense? So each week I'll come back or whatever when I think about, because it's right now, I'm doing a lot of mental health work right now. I got back inside the field again. I got an online course at drjohnoda.org. And, it's a phenomenal course as well, with memory, how to get honors, how to get better grades for your kids, parenting stuff for the parents, right? How to actually work with the kids. So it's a cool program, right? So I'm going back in the field again because I miss it. That was my first love. Mental health is really my first love that I have. So my outcome right now is to give back again, to give some tools and some strategies, because again, I've been there and done that. I had so much stuff happen to me that was just crazy because of my self-esteem and not loving myself. Now I'm in love with myself, believe it or not. But anyway, guys, listen to me. I can talk all day, but I won't. But I'll start having these programs and different topics. If you guys have a topic that you want me to talk about, please let me know. You can go to my website at drjohnoda.org. You can give me a call. You can whatever that you choose to, and I'll talk about the topic for you, so you guys can actually function as a human and have your kids succeed. When I was growing up, as I said, I'm number 8. So I see as my siblings graduate college, right? And I said, man, if they can graduate, college must be pretty easy, right? But of course, college was a strategy that you had to actually overcome that as well, right? So I would challenge is you guys. I do programs on a Saturday, and probably maybe I do it about a couple times a week, and until I get back into the flow of things. I miss parenting and teen programs. These are the best. I used to do weekend programs, totally immersion. And I would do that because I felt so passionate about it. Because a lot of times, they go to their doctor and stay for about an hour, right? And the hour, okay, we're done. Man, that's not going to get them better. I like immersion. They stay for me for 3 days, 8 hours a day, and my God, their whole life has changed. That's immersion. Anyway, guys, I can go on forever. I'm excited. I'm pumped up. I am back. So here goes. My website is drjohnoda.org. Is O-R-G. And you guys can reach me. You can talk to me. And my number is 833-375-6466. Guys, until next time, take care and always God bless. Bye for now.